Hey guys, it's Angel, and today I'm going to be doing an Anecdotes with Angel about the time I was a bad student. And honestly, most of these stories, it was the teacher's fault. Like, they were all bad teachers. I'm going to get right into that. So the first one I'm going to talk about is the time I got caught copying. And honestly, I copied a lot in school. Like, I'd let people copy off of me. That was just the thing we did. Like, if we were cool, like, let's copy, you know, like, it's no big deal. So one day, like, my teacher was gone and it was like language arts, and so we had to go to the PE like gym thing or whatever, the little gym. One of the PE teachers sucked really bad and everyone hated her, and I'll just call her Miss Idiot. So Miss Idiot had to watch our class, and we were working on this thing for a book we were reading, and I was stuck on a question, and my friend, we'll call her M, she gave me her packet because she finished so that I could copy down the answer. And then right as I was starting to do that, the teacher walked in, and her packet was in the middle of the group, and so she was coming, so I put my folder on top of her packet so that she couldn't tell we were copying. And I guess she saw me do that because she was like, "Em, where's your packet? Like, where is it?" And she was like, "Hey, Angel, can you lift up your folder?" So I did, and she saw it, and she's like, "I'm gonna have to report this, or I'm gonna write you up or something and tell your teacher." And I was like, "You." And I didn't really care, honestly. I was just like, whatever. Mrs. Idiot was stupid anyways. You get kids in trouble for no reason all the time. I mean, that time I was kind of doing something, but still, like, get away from me. Right, I have two more. So I'm gonna talk about the time I got sent home for wearing eyeliner to school. So I was in 4th grade, and my 4th grade teacher hated me so much. We'll call her Mrs. Butthole. Actually, Miss Butthole, because she wasn't married. I wonder why. So I was wearing eyeliner to school, and she was like one of those teachers who would get on you if you were like breaking the rules or something. Like, we had uniforms, and she'd always get on me about like having not the right color blue polo and stuff, and wearing different colored undershirts under my polo. Like, okay, bye. So one day I came to school with eyeliner on, and so did my sister, and she was like 2 grades below me. So I came to school with eyeliner on, and we went to go line up. Like, my teacher didn't even notice for the first half of class, and we went to go line up, and this girl, I'm gonna say her actual name because she's a witch and I hated her all of elementary. Like, we were frenemies. Her name was, and so we lined up, and pulled on me to Miss Butthole, excuse me, and she was like, "Angel's wearing eyeliner." And I turned around to face the wall so that she couldn't see me, and then my teacher came up to me and turned me around, and she was like, "You know you can't wear that." No, she told me to go to the office and call my mom to come wipe it off. She didn't even tell me to go to the bathroom and do it myself. She told me to call my freaking mom. But, like, seriously, you're gonna make my mom come all the way over there just to wipe like a line of black off my eye? Like, you could barely see it, you stupid idiot. And I was sitting in the office, and I was scared because I used to like hate getting in trouble. Like, I was shy. I did not like talking. I used to talk in a baby voice to adults because I was scared to talk like in my real voice, because I don't know. I couldn't even ask my own relatives. Like, if I wanted a juice, I had to have my cousins do it for me. Like, ask if I could have something because I was scared to ask. Anyways, I like was really quiet and got scared by that kind of stuff. So when I thought I was getting in trouble, I started crying. So I was sitting in the chair crying, and one of the office ladies, she was really nice. Her and my mom were friends. She came over to me and gave me a box of tissues. I was like sobbing at this point, like the kind where you're like like you can't really breathe. Yeah, I was an idiot. So my mom was on her way, and then my sister's teacher, she was my teacher for 2nd grade, and I loved her so much. And she came in and she's like, "What's going on here?" And they were like, she got in trouble for wearing eyeliner. Now she has to wipe it off. And then the lady was all like, oh, well, her sister's in my class and she's wearing it too, so does she need to come down here? So she sent my sister to the office, and then we were just sitting there. I was crying and my sister was just like, I don't even know what's going on. And then my mom showed up and she was pissed. She was livid. She was like, there's nothing in the handbook that says anything about wearing eyeliner or makeup. And then they were like arguing with my mom, and then my mom was like, you know what, I'm just gonna take them home. This is bull. So we went home, and joke's on them because I got to get out of school early. This is to you, you stupid redheaded idiot. Nothing wrong with redheads. She was just always on my tail, tattling on me. Last story is when my teacher thought I was trying to get her fired. So I was in 6th grade. My teacher, I'm gonna say her actual name because I don't really care and she probably doesn't remember me. So her name was very contradicting to her personality because she's not good at all. So I had her for 6th grade language arts, and that was 5th period. So I always dreaded 5th period. Like, I hated it so much. The whole day I was thinking about, God, I hate 5th period. And that's mostly, like, I missed a lot of school in 6th grade, mainly because I did not want to go to her class and she scared me. So yeah, and like, I could tell she did not like me. Like, I'd do the same amount of work as everyone else and she'd give me bad grades and I didn't understand why, and she'd like target me and stuff. And one day we didn't turn, like, she gave the kids that didn't turn in their reading logs, which we had to turn in every Wednesday, freaking stupid, she gave all the kids that didn't turn it in detention, and I was so scared of getting lunch detention. Like I told you before, I was really shy, I was scared, I did not like getting in trouble. I literally almost cried one time when my teacher turned my card from green to yellow in 2nd grade. Anywho, so she gave us detention, and then the day we were supposed to get it, she wasn't there, so we didn't have to go, and I was like, okay, so I guess this doesn't count. And when you don't get detentions, you get to participate in the free dress day, because we had uniforms in middle school too. So we had a free dress day, and I came to school wearing like all pink, you know, because it's my favorite color, and I really liked to show it off back then. It was finally her class, and I walked in there, and she was like,
oh, little Miss Pretty in Pink, well, you're not supposed to be wearing that.
And I was like, well, I didn't have any detention. And she's like,
well, you were supposed to.
And then she sent me to the office to call my mom. And so I did, and then I started crying like an idiot because I was just embarrassed and I did not like getting in trouble. And so my mom came, and we had to go talk to the counselor, the guidance counselor, because I was crying and I was upset, and my mom was saying how the teacher was always targeting me anyways. So we were talking to him, and he was really nice, and he was like actually concerned, and he was like, you know what, you don't even have to go back up there. I think you should just take her home. So he went up to the classroom and got my things. So sweet. He got my stuff and brought it to me, and he's like, here, you should just go home. So we went home, and then the next week, because that was a Friday, the next week kids were being pulled out of class during her class, and I was confused, and I guess they were interviewing the kids about the Miss like teaching habits and how she is with the students, and in front of everyone she's like,
you guys are probably wondering why you're getting pulled out of class.
And she looked me dead in the eye and she was like,
it's because a student is trying to get me fired.
and I knew she was talking about me, but I wasn't even trying to get her fired. I just told the guidance counselor what was going on. I like didn't think he was actually gonna do anything. So she made a fool of me, and they might not have known it was me, but like still. And then I heard rumors that she went into the bathroom and started crying and threw up because of this. And honestly, I don't feel bad if she actually did. She deserved it. She was rude. I like tried switching out of her class and they wouldn't let me because there was no room in any of the other classes. And so I was screwed for the rest of the year, and we just went on with our relationship of the hate. And she knew I hated her. I wasn't ever rude to her because I'm not gonna be rude to an adult. Like, what the heck? But, oh, actually, I have another story after this. This is not my last one. So I did not like being rude to adults. Like, I was like, you gotta respect them. So I wasn't rude to her at all. I was too scared to be rude to her, you know? So I just went the rest of the year hating it and missing a bunch of school. And then I was finally done, and I never went to that school again because I moved. So I'm kind of glad I don't live in Tacoma anymore. It's ghetto AF. Anywho. My next and last story that I just remembered, like I didn't even think about it until now, how well it went with this subject. When I was in 9th grade, and I was in junior high because in the city I live in, it's junior high, so it's 7th to 9th, and then you go to high school. So I was in 9th grade and I had a Spanish class, and my teacher was white. Her name was Senora Xman, and she was cool in the beginning, and then she started to get on my freaking nerves. Like, she'd get in my business, she'd get in everyone's business. I'm pretty sure she pulled me out of class like at least 3 times. She was just so annoying, and she'd always ask me like, hey, are you okay? Something seems wrong. And she'd pull me out of class for shit like that. Like, okay, go away, you're not my mom. If I wanted someone to talk to, I would have freaking came up to you, but you'd be the last person I'd want to talk to, you stupid idiot. She just always do that, so I started being a freaking bitch to her. I was so rude. Like, whenever she talked to me, I'd give her attitude, and this was the first time I'd ever done that to a teacher. Like, I've never been disrespectful, but she pissed me off, and she'd, like, constantly, every single class that I was in, she'd try to get in my business, and it was so annoying. And then one day, she was like talking to me. She was like, are you okay? And I'm like, yeah, I'm fine, you stupid moron. Of course I didn't say that to her face, but I was like, yeah, I'm okay. And then she was like, are you sure? I'm like, yes. Frick off. And then later on in the day, my principal came up to me when I was in like the lunchroom or whatever. He's like, hey, Senora, or shit, did I use her name already? I'm just gonna say Senora. Senora blah 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 said that you've been looking depressed and something's wrong. And I was like, that stupid idiot. She freaking told my principal that something was wrong with me. And then he was like, are you sure you're okay? Do you need to go see the counselor? I'm like, I'm freaking fine. Like, you guys are like, ooh, they're becoming my problem. Yes, something's wrong with me. My teacher is stalking me. I was like, I'm fine. And then the next day, I get called into the counselor's office. Calls me in the next week, and I'm like, you know what, honestly, I'm fine. I don't think I need to do this every week. She's been getting in my business, and I don't like that. If I needed to talk to someone, I would, but I don't need to, and I don't need to do this. And I straight up told the counselor that, and I'm not good with confrontation, so I'm really surprised I did that. And so she was like, oh, okay, and then I left, and I was like, I'm never going there again. And so I was like a freaking witch to the Senora like the rest of the year, because she was trying to get in my beeswax. You're an old lady trying to get in a kid's life. Like, I already have a grandma. Go away. These have been the little little dilts of when I was a really not good student. I think the last one's really the only time I've been a bad student. The rest, it wasn't really my fault, but you catch my drift. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you do, give it a thumbs up. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed. I love you. Subscribe to see more vids, and I will see you later.